Welcome to another edition of the St. Peter's Newcomer Spotlight. Once again, we highlight the baseball team and junior transfer, Brad Barkema. Brad, it's great to see you today.
Thank you. Great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Brad, we've talked to a couple of your teammates already that are not currently on campus. You are in Jersey City right now. What has that experience been like?
It's been an adjustment for sure, being from a small town in the Midwest, but we have a great group of guys on campus right now that are really putting the work in and getting to know everyone, and it's been a good experience so far.
You hail from Conrad, Iowa, which I just did a little bit of research on, and if I'm not mistaken, it's a town of about 1,100 people. What was it like growing up in a town like that and becoming a Division I level athlete?
One of the things I'm most proud of is where I come from, being from a small town, because where I come from, things like this don't happen to people very often. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of stuff going in your favor. A lot of luck is involved also. And I'm just very proud to be able to be that person that the younger kids can look up to see that it can truly happen if you put the work in.
You've made your bones in the Midwest. You are a transfer from the Rochester Community and Technical College in Minnesota. What was that experience like, and how did playing there prepare you for the Division I level?
That was a great experience up there, and that was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made, is going to junior college out of high school. You know, my other options were like smaller schools where I could go and maybe sit a few years and then get to play at the end of my career. But at this junior college, I was able to get in, play right away, get a lot of experience, and then just improve on all of my skills to the point where I could compete at the level I'm at now.
How were you able to handle the pandemic and get better in the off season without playing most of your college season?
Going back to last year, the pandemic was really tough on our team because we had a really great group of guys on our my junior college team last year, and we're off to a really strong start. We're looking forward to seeing what we could do and how far we could go in the playoffs that year. And over the summer, it was a little difficult to get a lot of live work in because there's not a lot of summer league stuff going on last summer because of COVID. So it was a lot of individual work, honing in on the individual skills and getting better as an individual, so that when we come back as a team, we're able to compete at a high level.
Now, the journey from Iowa to Rochester, Minnesota to Jersey City, New Jersey is not exactly a treaded path. How did you end up at St. Peter's, and what was your first interaction like with Coach Lou?
So after our season got canceled, I had a little contact with a few coaches, and then I was just kind of waiting out hope to see if I would get any more contact from some bigger schools, because I was getting some smaller school interest. And over the summer, I think it was in June, Lou contacted my junior college coach, and they talked for a little bit, talked about the player I am, the person I am. And then I got into contact with Coach Lou approximately in early to mid-July, and we just kept in contact, got all the paperwork, the logistics stuff figured out. And it was a great experience hearing him and hearing his vision for this program and this school and where he wants to take this. And I'm really proud to be a part of this.
I'd love to talk more about who you are as a player. You are a catcher. What do you believe are the strengths of your game, and what do you think you can bring to the team?
As a catcher, my primary focus is always defensive abilities first, because we got to be able to control the game, control the speed, control our pitchers, and really be in charge out there, being captain of the defense. So that's what I take tremendous pride in, and that's what I just got to keep continuing to improve on all aspects: receiving, blocking, catching and throwing, and then building relationships with the pitchers is a very underrated part of catching, I think, so that we're always on the same page and have that trust factor there.
Well, relationship building has been difficult this year for a lot of players. You are on campus. You've been able to work with your teammates, with the pitchers. What has it been like? What have your new teammates been like, and how have they accepted you, and how have you been able to gel with them?
That's something that's really great about being on campus even though we don't have our full team here. Me being on campus, getting to know the area a little bit, getting comfortable in the new situation, and then getting to know the guys that are here. We're able to form a very tight group of guys, and we've all accepted each other. We come from all walks of life, all parts of the country. We just love working with each other, working to get better and pushing each other, so that in the spring we'll be able to put the best product on the field that we can in the pursuit of winning a MAC championship.
been such a long off season, the longest off season in all of our lifetimes by far. How excited are you in the spring to finally get on the diamond?
Very excited. That's the main goal throughout this whole process from last March to right now, and then over these next winter months is get to that next season where we can have the ability to compete and show what we've done in this long off season that we've had.
Brad, I want to get to know you a little bit more. First off, I'm almost obliged to ask you, being from Iowa, have you visited the Field of Dreams site? And if so, what was it like?
I have visited that. I have a family that's close to the Dyersville, Iowa, and the Field of Dreams site, so I've been out there 1 or 2 times. And the first time I went out there, I hadn't seen the movie yet, so it didn't really mean much to me. But then the second time I went out there after watching the movie, it was just a tremendous experience being able to put 2 and 2 together and kind of visualize the movie that was out there.
I also read that you enjoy cooking. Is that true?
Oh yeah, I love cooking.
Ooh.
It's my probably one of my secret passions. Not really a secret to the people that know me that well, but I love cooking any meal of the day.
Well, do you have a specialty meal?
I love cooking breakfast food. That's where my love for cooking started, and then it slowly grew into like entrees and stuff like that. My mom would probably have to say my specialty is a chicken parmesan that I like to make, and she really enjoys that.
And last, I have to ask, what kind of a culture shock has it been coming from Conrad, Iowa, going to Rochester, Minnesota, which is a little bit bigger than Conrad, Iowa, but now ending up in Jersey City and in the New York City area? What kind of adjustments have that brought?
So out of high school, I went from a town of about 1,000 people to a city of about 120,000 in Rochester. And I thought that was a big jump. Then I come out here and I'm in Jersey City with New York City right across the river, and that's an even bigger adjustment. At first, it was really difficult because it's nothing like back home, but over time, it's gotten a lot better, especially once you get to know some people and get to know the area a little bit and get comfortable in the situation that I'm in.
Have you been able to have authentic New York pizza?
I have. That is one thing that I was really looking forward to coming out here. Being that I love to cook, I love food. I was really looking forward to trying all the different cuisines out here, and I've been able to have a couple really good pizzas.
Well, you can chow down throughout the year. Brad, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in the blue and white on the diamond very soon.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.